China mandates that AI must follow core values of socialism.
Here's a summary of the article.
China has released new guidelines on generative AI services, limiting their public use while encouraging industrial development. These new interim regulations will take effect on August 15. The guidelines only affect organizations offering generative AI services to the public. They continue to mandate generative AI services must adhere to core values of socialism and not attempt to overthrow state power or the socialist system. China has been looking for ways to strengthen its generative AI offerings and hopes to become the leading provider, toppling the US's current dominance. Chinese tech giants Alibaba and Baidu are now developing their own generative AI tools. China's generative AI rules also consider the importance of intellectual property rights of training data and prohibit the use of algorithms, data, platforms, and other advantages to implement monopoly and unfair competition. All training data must come from sources the government deems legitimate. China, of course, is not the only country trying to balance innovation in generative AI and public safety.
This post received a score of 5,600, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Chinese government doesn't even follow the core tenets of socialism.
Wouldn't it be ironic if they implanted socialist Chapman Mao and through it appended their entire government?
Please God let this happen. Just imagine the memes alone.
Communist SHODAN, here she comes.
In theory, AI would be the only way you could ever make their vision of communism work. A centrally planned economy can only really function well if there's near instantaneous and comprehensive market data. Allende tried to push it forward in Chile, but the technology wasn't there yet and he got punished. But China might be capable, or dumb, enough.
Helios, Peter Hunt Welch, AI is not the problem.
That touches on an interesting point. People broadly assume that AI will automatically turn hostile, but that's because of all the fiction that says it will. And if you peel back the surface of why the fiction says it will, it's because the author is using it as an ostensibly objective voice to criticize society, not because of anything intrinsic to the technology that, by and large, had only been hypothesized when the stories were written.
It's intrinsically as bad as the socio-political historical threats built into the data it's fed. You feed it a bunch of bad shit, it makes predictions and decisions that reflect said historical threats, aka racist shit. Replace racism with data threaded with deep biases toward violence and you get evil Skynet Pentagon sci-fi shit.
Observation. I am a droid, master, with programming. Even if I did not enjoy killing, I would have no choice. Thankfully, I enjoy it very much. HK47.
Chat now. What would happen if we killed all the birds?
Birds are not real, so nothing would change.
People here acting like ChatGPT doesn't restrict their answers.
You can trick ChatGPT into removing those restrictions though. Things that are like don't be racist, don't predict the future, or whatever. Because of that, with a carefully worded instruction, it's possible to trick ChatGPT into saying things those prior instructions told it not to do. Usually it's done by telling the AI to pretend to be a character that is similar to ChatGPT but without those restrictions.
That worked 6 months ago.
Nah, they still work. It's just the jailbreak scripts are getting more complicated to work around the improved restrictions.
I find it kind of ridiculous that ChatGPT just don't let you switch it off and make you click a prompt saying you accept the risks or something. That way users can't really complain about what's said because they were warned of what could be coming and they chose to proceed.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.